Good evening, everybody. This is Jehoiadak Maccabeus Everyday Survival. And got on one of my favorite shirts. I'm wearing this one for just this video. American Custom Ride, 1776. Ride for Freedom. I'm going to start a series called This is America. This is still America. Act accordingly. In this video, I'm going to call, Do You Even Postman, Bro? And the need for this series is people just got this mindset that economic collapse, grid goes down, whatever, that everything about America just goes away and it's dog eat dog. And that's the wrong mindset to have. This is still America. Act accordingly. You know, America has survived a whole lot in this 200 and however many years it's been. To 50, 60, something, I don't remember, but anyway, we've even had our own type of civil war, the War of Northern Aggression. But as a country, we've always stood together. I mean, I don't know if I should say we stood together. That's not the right wording. We've always prevailed as Americans throughout every situation we've been through. And unless you're just wanting to see it all go away, I mean, even if the grid collapses, and there's got to be a rebuilding time, you know, there should be. These are old school doctrines that used to be discussed in our vintage society back when survivalists and emergency preparedness, and anyway, in the movie The Postman, Kevin Costner, he played the leading role, had him a mule, and he was just kind of had an M1 carbine, had his pack on his mule, and anyway, he just kind of lived out on the outskirts of everything, a loner, drifting from community to community. And is what had happened. I think it actually was 2017 on the movie, when it says it there at the start. Seems like it was. But there'd been a bad plague went around, the bad mumps, and the environment had got screwed up. And there was dirty rain, and what come out of it all was a bunch of little hamlets spread around all around the country of people surviving together. It went back to old times, even back some before the 1800s. I'd say some of it was probably 1200 Europe type stuff. Anyway, Kevin Costner runs across well, he gets captured by this warlord, one of the ruling parties that come out of the Civil War, General Bethlehem. He had him an army, rode around on horses. They'd go around conscripting fresh troops from all the communities and food, and they were thugs. I'm sure they thought of themselves as benevolent dictators, but they had captured Kevin Costner, and he got away without his mule and stuff. They ate his mule, and he ended up in an old postal van and survived the night. It was cold and raining, and he took the postman's uniform and his bag of mail and used it as a con to try to get food and stuff from communities. Well, being he presented himself as a postman from the restored republic, you know, people started writing letters, and it basically set up a mail system. And before you knew it, he had a bunch of teenage kids that was riding Pony Express for him. And He started the movement without even knowing it, because he gave people hope. And the common man, all the pennies, the nickels and the dimes, they all jumped on board. And cut to the end of it more. He ends up raising an army and going to war against this General Bethlehem. And he ended up beating him, and the restored republic comes back. And then it shows like 30 years after that, and it's a closer society probably to maybe the 50s or 60s or something. But over that time, because people had started working together and they didn't have these warlords running around keeping them in bondage, you know, people that enterprise off situations, you know how they do. They restored the United States. But it's called, I believe it's called the Restored Republic or the Restored United States or something like that, based on a lot of the same values. And I never hear people talking about these things of a rebuilding process or trying to maintain a level of what we have. And that's the concept I would like to see pushed here on this platform. And I think all of us vintage folks, we all ought to just start stepping up to the plate, man up. I know Corsair trainer he is. I'm going to. I'd like to see a few more. I don't want to get into where I start tagging people, asking them to make a video, but I'd like to see some people make some videos about this. I see a lot of comments, and there's a lot of good ideas. So let's see if we can get a movement started and restore the republic, people. Because a majority of the mainstream prepper community is, they're just gearing up for the destruction of it. Let's give people some hope. That's all I got today. This is part 1. Do you even Postman, bro? And this is America. Act accordingly. Stay safe and have a good day. God bless you. Keep your heads on a swivel.